What's up, guys? This is Daniel with another Midnight Movie Trash Approved review of the 1986 slasher Slaughterhouse, directed by George Dugsdale, starring Caroline Munro, being the only major notable actress in this film, which had a working title of April Fool's Day, but being that in the States, I believe this was filmed in London, England area of the world. Yeah, shot in London, England, with a $2.1 million budget and working title of April Fool's Day. But you know, being that here in the States we have an April Fool's Day with, Deborah Foreman. It's only released with that name is in Japan, but Slaughterhouse became the name of one of my all-time favorite slashers. A campy, cheesy one to boot, but for 80s slashers, that's what you want. It's a typical high school story of the nerd, the geek, getting picked on by the popular kids, the jocks. But their little prank goes way too far, and, they take them to the female locker room, and Caroline Munro's character is going to have sex with them in the shower. And poor kids there, getting ready, and even brings a rubber with him, and he's like out of his element, but he's giving it that old high school try. But with that, the cool kids, jocks, come and they're videotaping him and they're setting him up for failure. So they wait till he's undressed, and they open the shower curtain and film him, harass him, and film him swirling, typical Cajun stuff. But one of the janitors sees the shenanigans that's going on and lets the coach know, and coach busts in, and everybody's in trouble but Marty. So everybody's got detention at the gym, but they are not pleased that they got in trouble for their fuck up. So they plot another revenge on the poor dude, and they give him a joint laced with a little bit of like fireworks or something to make it pop when he lights it. So he's out there in the chemistry lab doing his science work, experiment, or whatever he's doing, mixing chemicals, and he comes, he bumps into one of the guys, and they hand him the joint as we're sorry for busting your balls. And so he's there in the chem lab, blazing it, and starts to pop on him, and next thing you know, it makes him sick. So he runs to the bathroom, comes back, and he's mixing chemicals, and an accident happens. A big jar of acid falls on his face, while the Bunsen burners and everything, catch on fire, leaving him, with acid spilled on his face and burned, his entire body. The prank went south, way south. So fast forward, I don't know, I think it was their 20th anniversary of, high school reunion, and they get an invitation to come back to the school to, have a party. And all the popular kids show up, all the ones that messed with Marty came out, and my whole thing is, the school looks decrepit and abandoned. can't get into school. That should have been your first red flag. But no, it's an 80s slasher. We have to find a way in. And they do. And, you know, they find a room where it's set up for the party, and their lockers and items from their high school days are there for them. So they start reminiscing and drinking and partying, and the fun starts. One of the jocks is told to shotgun a beer. So he shotguns it, and then all of a sudden, you know, he's got this incredible pain in his stomach. And one of my favorite scenes is this one where his guts just start coming through his belly button or whatever, just explode, and one by one, typical 80s slasher, Marty's got his revenge, one by one. But it's got its twist to it, and if you haven't seen it, sorry, it's gonna be spoilers. How can I put it? Is it a dream that he's dreaming and he's gonna do, or what? Because it ends with him in a mental institution, all bandaged, where they're doing skin grafts and stuff like that, and he's still in the mental place in the hospital. And it's like, is it a dream? Is it real? But either way, each kill, you know, it's typical 80s slasher. You know, everything's fair game, from axes to lawnmowers, riding lawnmowers to acid baths, you know, hot water, you name it, we get to see it. But with that being said, you know, one of the most tragic things about this film is the main character of Marty, Simon Scudamore, takes his life on November 21st of 1984 at the age of 8, I believe that's what I wrote. From what I found, it was a intentional drug overdose, and he died shortly after the film was finished. So the poor dude didn't even get to see his work, you know, done. You know, he died before the film was released in '86. It's pretty sad, you know. As such a fan of that film, I would have loved to have seen him at a convention. And, you know, truthfully, the only one that I've seen from the cast that's ever done any kind of convention is Caroline Munro. And I haven't seen her do a convention, you know, in a while. You know, Caroline Munro, you know, she's a legendary Hammer film actress. You know, she's done a lot of stuff, even Bob Bond film type deal. So, you know, she is on my list if I ever get the chance to meet her, if she does meet cons again. You know, I know she's up in her age, but yeah, that's one of the you know, sad thing, that none of these actors do conventions. And I believe not many of them went on to do much more acting-wise, because I haven't seen, you know, anything else with these actors. But, you know, it's one of my favorite 80s slashers. You know, I saw it as a kid at a friend's house. I didn't remember too much of it until I bought a lot of VHS tapes where that was one of the tapes in the lot, and it was the black Vestron label cover, which is the uncut. There is, I believe, a red or blue alternate tape cover that's supposedly edited. I've never seen that version, but you know, I know a Vestron Video on Blu-ray, that Vestron Video series has it on Blu-ray. I don't have that version yet. I have 2 DVD versions of it. The Lost Tape Collection that I picked up years ago at Best Buy, which was cool because they came in a black bag, I believe, really inside of a bag. But yeah, you know, if you haven't seen it, be sure to check it out. I know it's streamed on Tubi for free, so check this one out. Let me know what you guys think about it. Let me know what you guys are favorite slashers, and you know, recommend some to me that maybe I haven't seen, and you know, gonna work on more reviews and streamlining them down a bit. Also, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, like, comment, follow me on social media, and until next time, see ya.